What's going on, Halo fans? Luke TheNotable here. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at SPV3. If you don't know what this is, it is a fan-created Halo 1 mod. This is a reimagining of the Halo 1 campaign. To be honest, it's kind of hard to explain without showing you some actual gameplay, so let's get into it. Now, I know the first thing you're all going to ask is, when can I play this thing? It's actually scheduled to release August 19th. I got the privilege to play this game a little bit early because, of course, I've got 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Sorry, that's just how it is. I do want to give you my thoughts on SPV3, how it plays, and how fun it is. Some dedicated members of the Halo community worked tirelessly to give us this mod, so let's give it the attention it deserves. First thing I want to talk about is what makes this game so amazing. Why should you, someone who has probably played Halo 1 and Halo 1 Anniversary in the past, get SPV3? I'm going to use the opening cutscene to give a good example of why you should get SPV3. To be honest, from the moment the game opens up, you can already tell that the quality of the graphics is not as good as Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here. The graphics just don't look as good. This is the first time you see Cortana in SPV3, and honestly, it's a little underwhelming. There's different things I like about both Cortanas, but the Anniversary Cortana does look a lot better. In the next scene, we jump to an armory, and we start to see what makes SPV3 so cool. We get a shot of a lot of the different stuff that you're going to find in SPV3. On the left, you see a Grizzly from Halo Wars. On the right, there's a Hawk. We also see a Gun Goose, and a bunch of different weapons that the ODSTs and Marines are holding. Here's the cutscene of Sergeant Johnson's speech, and you can see that the Marines are all holding different weapons. Instead of them all using the assault rifle, you see some with the designated marksman rifle, battle rifle, and Sergeant Johnson himself is holding a big light machine gun. You will get to use these weapons against the Covenant in SPV3, and that is what makes this mod so cool. So while you will still play the same engagements that you did in Halo 1, you will do it in a different way. Finding skirmishers or brutes in a place that you wouldn't normally in Halo 1 is actually really cool. And then using these different weapons to take them down feels like a new experience. Playing through the first time, I found weapons that I had never played with before, and I had to pick them up and use them. One of my favorites is the Hunter's Arm Cannon. Killing a hunter and picking it up can make you incredibly deadly. You can pick up a Jackal's Shield, which I found to be, fairly useless, as you can't pick up a weapon as well, but it's at least cool. Also, for some reason, I really love how the Needler reloads. Ultimately, if I wanted to go into every weapon of SPV3 and show you why I loved them and why their designs are cool, this video would probably take about 30 minutes. The point that I'm trying to make is that the new weapons added into the game and all of the extra enemies that you get to shoot along the story of Halo 1 make SPV3 really cool. I don't think that it replaces Halo Combat Evolved. If you've never played a Halo game before, just go play the original and then play SPV3. It's a reimagining of Halo 1, giving us what made it so great and then adding in a bunch of other things from all of the other Halo games to make it even better. The Silent Cartographer even has an evolved version of it. It plays differently than the original, and there's a lot more content here. It even stays true to the classic art style, showing that higher resolution doesn't always necessarily mean a bad thing when you're remastering games. I made a 20-minute long video talking about a mission in Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary that was ruined by the remaster. In 343 Guilty Spark, the updated graphics pretty much ruined the introduction to the Flood. But in SPV3, all of the things that I complained about in Combat Evolved Anniversary are not there. 343 Guilty Spark was actually the first mission I played through. I wanted to make sure that they stayed true to the classic art style of the Flood. It's creepy, it's cool, you have a ton of different weapons, and honestly, it's a lot more fun. And Sprint is in SPV3, but I think in certain maps it works out pretty well. Especially on maps with the Flood, I can appreciate being able to run around a little bit faster. But of course, there are maps where Sprint doesn't really work out because you have things like vehicles or teleporters. I think if anything, SPV3 makes us question what actually belongs in the sandbox. There's a lot of people out there that hate Sprint, but I think in certain places, Sprint actually makes sense. I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole though, so we're just going to leave that there. What you need to understand from all of this is that SPV3 plays differently from Halo Combat Evolved. With all of the weapons and new enemies and different tactics that the enemies use in SPV3, SPV3 does play a lot different. I find it a lot harder, to be honest. Missions where you're tasked with fighting the Flood get a lot harder, and it feels like every time you enter a new engagement, this could be your last. I don't know if it's just me, but I also found that I ran out of ammo a lot quicker playing through missions with the Flood. It seems that the AI used tactics to keep you pinned down. They're strategic. They know what they're doing. They're not dumb elites and grunts anymore. I found myself dying even on normal difficulty, and I'm not even going to attempt to try to play through some of the missions on Noble. That's right, there's a new difficulty. It's called Noble. It makes it so there are less enemies that you actually have to fight, but they are incredibly strong. The part time for Silent Cartographer Evolved is 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's almost 2 hours for just one mission. And it's hard on Noble difficulty. I tried to play through Silent Cartographer on Noble and I could hardly get past the first couple of sections. Basically, if you want a cool Halo experience that is new but also feels familiar, SPV3 is going to be one of the best ways to scratch that itch. There is so much in this game that you are bound to find something that you love. I want to thank the SPV3 team for letting me get a little bit of an early access into this beta. I know you guys are really going to enjoy this game when it comes out on August 19th. If you liked this video and want to learn more about Halo, one of the easiest ways is with Audible. Audible is a service from Amazon that offers a massive amount of audiobooks to its subscribers, and Audible is currently offering a 30-day audiobook service. You'll get access to 2 free audiobooks, and yes, all of the Halo novels are on audiobook and available right now. I personally like listening to these audiobooks while online playing some Halo, and of course, you can cancel anytime. If you're interested in learning all about the Fall of Reach or a resident expert on what the ladies like, go down to the link in the description and to sign up for your absolutely free 30-day trial of Audible. And if this offer didn't already sound like the most notable thing you've ever heard, the 2 books you get with the trial are yours to keep forever, even if you cancel. So click on that link down in the video description to get your 2 free audiobooks with Audible completely risk-free. If you want to learn more, you can check out the SPV3 website. You can go down to the link in the description to find that out. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comments section down below. I love reading comments. It's my favorite part about YouTube. I want to thank you all for watching. Please stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.